these games told our history from the early 1920s to now. And so having a collection of pinball machines is kind of having a collection of American history. We used to go on vacations in upstate New York because pinball was against the law in New York City. My father gave me a roll of nickels and I started playing, and I just keep thinking that when you're young, these things get stuck in you and somehow they come back out when you're older.
I've always been a person who's always thought pinball was loads of fun. You know, I mean, I just can remember the days growing up that the game was it was a special thing, you know. It was a little part of Americana. The scoring, the back glasses, the pictures, the themes, the bells, and the later sound effects, you know. It was just something you grew up liking.
I had a 1940s Kinney Super 6, and it was a year before flippers came out. I got this machine and it didn't have flippers, and you had to shake it to do anything. It's something that reminds me of my past when things were simpler.
And I have to say that from 1 to 10 in terms of playing, I'm probably about a 4 or 5. I'm too old to be good at pinball anymore. When I started teaching at Ohio University, I got a little serious and I bought a game. But then when I moved here, all hell broke loose. And I bought one game, and then, you know, maybe 20 years later, there's 700 and 800. And I actually seriously started thinking about a museum about 15 years ago when I realized I had all these games and I wanted to save the history of them. I don't see myself running out of ideas for exhibits because there's so many things that pinball represents. You know, you take any subject like a sport, there's probably 20 or 30 games based on baseball. You say rock groups, there's probably 15 or 20 games that are based on rock groups. So every one of those is a potential show. You know, on some of the early Gottlieb games, it says something like, as American as hot dogs and apple pie. Well, that is pinball. Pinball is American culture.